Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course I like to do this in complete survival. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this super OP but super simple creeper farm that you can see behind me. Now it does look a bit of an eyesore, so probably best to have it in the sky like I've done. I'm currently working on a new area. I don't know if anyone can guess what this is going to be, but let me tell you, this area is going to be super OP. And yeah, like I said, this creeper farm, it doesn't look the best, but the rates on this thing are pretty good, to be fair. I've not had this on for very long, and I've already got a stack and a half. And basically all you would need to do is hold your looting 3 sword, turn on this lever, and then basically we can AFK in the AFK spot, which for me is over here. Like this. This design is like my old creeper farm design. However, I've added way more layers, making it way more OP. What I'm going to do to speed up the video is put a list of the materials in the description below. So once you have got all of the materials, you are going to want to think about where you're going to want to build the farm. I am going to be building mine in the sky. That does mean there are going to be a bit more materials as far as solid blocks go, but I'm not really bothered about that. I've already got my AFK spot set up right here, as you can see. However, it doesn't matter right now. I will show you where the AFK spot is in the end. So once you've worked out where you're going to want to build this thing, you can see what coordinates I'm at. I'm starting at 132. I've got this little glass platform just so no mobs can spawn on it. And yeah, you're going to want to start off with a double chest, and around that chest, let's put some solid blocks around here like this. All the way around. We can remove some of those if we don't need them at the end, just so we can access the chest. But right now, let's put 4 powered rails like this, and then we're going to want our observers facing in to the powered rails like that. You can see the face is going into the powered rail, so I'm going to do that all the way around, so it looks a little bit like this, and that is looking good to go. Now what we're going to want to do is have some solid blocks here. But I'm going to use, in fact, no, we can just use normal solid blocks right now, I think. Yep, we're good to use normal solid blocks. And now we can add our hoppers like this. And we're basically going to want them facing in, going into the same chest. So make sure these two are going into those two. Now we're good to add the pistons. So we can add a piston to that solid block, a piston to this solid block, a piston to this solid block, and a piston to this solid block. Now we've got 2 pistons left. I'll show you where we're going to put these. We're going to have a piston here and a piston here. So right now we're going to grab some solid blocks, and we're going to use magma, and I'm just going to put a piece of magma here, 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 and here. And then we are going to need some solid blocks. So on the end of those magmas, I'm just going to have a normal bit of cobblestone. Next up, we're going to want to power these 2, and I'll explain what these 2 are for a little bit at the end. So let's push some redstone up to them like this, and yeah, we can get some redstone going into the back of them. So let's just do that, and we can go down, and it links to that powered rail as well, and then we can just get rid of the rest like so. That is looking good to go. Once we're down here, I'm just going to add a carpet and 2 tridents into the carpet, just so I don't forget now. So I'll just do it. And then we are good to go. I think everything is added to the trident killer apart from a lever. So let's add a lever right here. Now I'm going to want some kind of little extra bit so I can stand on down here. So I'm going to make it right now, just so I've got somewhere to stand so I can access the chest. I'll add a couple of torches here just so no mobs can spawn here. But now I can access the chest as well. And yeah, we're ready to continue. Now, on the backs of each one of these pistons like this, we're going to want 2 blocks and then another 2 solid blocks. And we're going to do that on all of them. And the reason we're doing this is because these pistons are basically going to push the spiders that get trapped in this. And then eventually they'll die either in that or get pushed into this. So, yeah, we will be good to go. We only need to do it on 3 sides like that. Well, not even like that. But, yeah, let me just do that again. And, yeah, now we are good to go. So, we're going to grab this, and we're going to go 3 from here. So, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do that all the way around. And this is basically the trident killer complete. It doesn't look so pretty, but, I mean, it works. It does what we need it to do. We can press this, and when I flick it one more time, let me just do that. You have to flick it and then flick it again. So, let me do that again. As you can see, flick it again. Oh, yeah, at this point, it's supposed to be pushing these. What I forgot to mention is down here, we are going to want to replace this piece of powered rail, so it will stop temporarily with a piece of redstone, like that. And now, everything should be working as we want. So let's go up like this, and just have a little look. You can see these top ones are also pushing, and everything's getting pushed around as well. So what I'm going to do to make it look a little nicer is just bring these corners up with cobblestone, like this. And that is perfect. So now what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to turn the system off so it's not so loud. And we are ready to start building the farm. The trident killer is fully complete. So including this block, we are going to want to go across 8 blocks that way. Everything I do this side for now, you're going to want to do this side until I tell you otherwise. So 1, and then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to bring that all the way back down. And just like I said, I've done it that side, just to show you what I mean. So after we've done the 8, what we're going to want to do is place another couple of blocks, and then on top of that one, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we're going to stop at 7 this time and go all the way back, linking them up. And of course we're going to want to do that side as well. And now from this center magma, we can literally make a wall going all the way across like this. And of course it can stop right there where it meets. Of course we're going to want to do this going this way as well. And the same that side. And you should have something that looks a little bit like this, as you can see. At this point, we're going to want to enclose our endpoints like this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then build it up. And build it all the way around like this. And bring it all the way so it overlaps 1. Just overlapping that. Well, in fact, you need to go all the way across anyway. So I'm going to do that as well. And right now, it should look a little bit like this once you have both layers enclosed. So this layer is enclosed and this layer is enclosed. Now, just so you get a good visual representation of why I've done that, basically, we're going to have a bucket of water there and a bucket of water there. And it should go all the way to here with no spillage at all. Of course, we do not like spillage on this channel. And I'm going to do the same here. And it should go straight in the middle with no spillage at all. And we are good to go. On each end, what I would do is go like this, as you can see, and cover the end source block of water. And actually, on these end bits, what you can do is just add a few slabs just to cover them up. That way, you're going to get no mobs spawning there as well. So I'm going to do that both sides. Alright, sweet. And now everything, basically, I'm going to do this side. You are going to want to do that side. So it's like kind of switch positions. But right now, I'm going to use the kill chamber as a kind of representation of where to go. So from here, we're going to have, count this as 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to go all the way back, linking that up. And what this will be is the start or just a marking out of one of our spawn platforms, as you can see. So now what I'm going to want to do to find my next spawn platform is go across 2. So we're going to miss 2. And then we're going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then, of course, we're going to go all the way like that. And I'm going to want to do that all the way across there and across there. And it should look a little bit like this. As you can see, we have deterred where our platforms are going to go. Now, what you want to do is add 2 more blocks to your platform. So 1, 2. And go and do that to every single one, all the way across like this. And once you've added 2 more blocks to your platforms, it should look a little bit like this. Now, forgive me, I did forget to say add the middle block, so it does need to line up with your center stream, as you can see. But they are all kind of 3 blocks high from the bottom. Another thing I probably should have done, at this stage, we are going to need to add some blocks all the way out. So I could have just said make a platform, but yeah, I didn't. So basically, we're going to want to go in all of these like this. And fill them in, making sure they are nicely sealed like this. So, yeah, we could have just made a platform at the start. But right now, I mean, doing it this way, at least we do have all of our things marked out, our spawn platforms marked out. So it doesn't really matter. So now, if you've done everything right, you should have 14 2x8 platforms, and then you should have basically these little things in the middle where we're going to put some water on, as you can see. So it looks a little bit like this. So for the next step, come to any end of the farm, and basically you see this block right here. What we're going to do is use that and basically go all the way around, and we're going to start to seal this farm in. So yeah, literally go all the way around the outside like this. And once you've done that, you can literally go up again. So I'm going to do that right now. So yeah, I'm just going to go up again, like I said. Sweet. At this stage, it should look a little bit like this. Now, really, we are ready to put our water in these bits. We can add 2 buckets of water here in each one of these, and of course it would start raining as soon as I mention water. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for the water till the end, and I'm just going to continue building the actual farm. Right now it's just a boring building stuff to go. I'll explain exactly what you need to do each step of the way though. But yeah, let's get rid of this rain. So now it's basically really simple building, but it's a little bit tedious. So what we're going to want to do is bring this up another 3 layers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I shall be back. Now, when I say 3 layers, I don't mean these bits, just the outside this time. And as you can see, I've gone up 3 more layers. So at this stage, what we're going to want to do is start to add some more spawn platforms. So I'm going to bring this 8x2 spawn platform out all the way. Like this. I'm going to need some more blocks. Of course, I fell down. There we go. So that one is complete. And of course, I'm going to want to do it to this one. In fact, I'm going to want to do it to every single one. So I will do that right now. And then I'll show you what the end product looks like, just to save some time. Sweet. So as you can see, I've added another 14 spawn platforms. And we are all level again like this. So we are basically going to want to do exactly the same as what we've just done. We're going to want to go up 3 and then add another 14 spawn platforms. And then we're going to want to do that again. So in total, we're going to do that process 2 more times. So it will look like from the center, we'll have 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, and 4 levels. So what I'm going to do is build all of that up and I will be back. Sweet. And now I've got all 4 layers. As you can see, we've got the bottom one, 1, 2, 3, and of course 4. And it should look a little bit like this. So finally, what I'm going to do on this is add 3 more layers. And then we're ready for a roof. But I'm not going to add the roof yet. So I'm just going to add the 3 layers around the outside. And then get on to the next step. So I'll show you what it looks like after. We are ready for a roof. As I said, I'm not going to do that right now. I just want all the light to be able to get down to the bottom, as you can see. So this thing is looking pretty good. Right, at this stage, you can see I've started to place some buttons down. Now, you probably don't want to do that. It was quite difficult. The top layer was really easy. As it gets lower, it's really difficult. So to make things easier, what we're going to do is go down to the bottom layer right here. And basically, on every single one of these spawn platforms, we are going to want to add some trapdoors. Now, I should mention, whilst I'm adding these trapdoors, I think you can use, like, dead corals, which are also a possibility. However, I'm just going to use trapdoors. So, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. You can see I'm doing it under the spawn platforms as well. So, whilst you're here and still can reach, you may as well do that one, because you are going to need to do every single one. So, I'm going to go like this all the way across, and it should look a little bit like that. Now, of course, I'm going to want to do the end as well, like that. And then we want to make sure we've done the other side like this as well, and we should be good to go. So once I've placed them, I can go like this. And yeah, I'm going to want to do this to every single side of the spawn platforms, just leaving the top empty, like that. Alright, sweet. I'm halfway there. As you can see, all of the undersides of these have been done as well. Now, I'm going to continue to do the top 2 layers. And I'm just going to do the exact same process as before. Sweet. Now, as you can see, all of the trapdoors are in place. And it looks a little bit like this. All of the bottoms of the spawn platforms have got trapdoors on as well. So, don't forget those ones. Now, what we could do is start placing our buttons. So, there is a certain formation. We're going to start off at the bottom. And, yeah, hopefully I can just get up here easily. Now we're at the bottom, we can start placing the buttons. And basically, let me show you the formation. So let's start off from this wall, have 1 there, and then miss 2, have 1 there, miss 2, have 1 there, and then miss 2, and have 1 here. So the reason I wanted to do the trapdoors first is now we can literally walk across like this, and it's nice and simple. So we can go ahead and do the pattern again. It's a little bit easier once you've got 1 down, because then you can just, you know, copy the pattern. Well, I wasn't supposed to place that there, but you know what I mean. And then go straight across and continue the process until you've got every single one of these platforms covered in buttons in that pattern. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back. Right, every single one of these platforms is now covered in that button formation, as you can see. So what I'm doing now is finishing off the bottom layer of the farm with buckets of water, like this. And then, of course, I go to the other side and do exactly the same thing. And I just need to remove that temporarily placed block right there. And then, of course, I'm going to do it to every single one, making sure we've got water in every single one. And now, as you can see, all of the water collection system at the bottom is linked up. And we are pretty much good to go. Everything is looking good. At this stage of the build, we are actually okay to start adding a roof. So that's exactly what I'm going to start doing. Now, remember, underneath this roof, we're going to have trapdoors just underneath where the spawn platforms are. But don't worry, I'll show you exactly where that needs to be. So actually, probably a better way to do it would be to do it as we go. So I'm going to do that right now. Basically, I'll come across. I'll just add some trapdoors underneath like this, underneath the roof. But of course, they're going to be above our spawn platforms. I don't want to go too far like I've just done though. Of course, I'll do this side and I'll do the rest of them as we build across. And as I said, yeah, we can literally just build across like this using our spawn platforms. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so now I'm on the last spawn platform. So I'm just going to add the trapdoors, as you can see. And I've just left myself a little bit of room so I can get out. So I'm going to get out over here. I'm going to remove those blocks like that. And finish the roof off. And finally, this is a very important step. We're going to want to cover this roof in a layer of half slabs. And the reason we're doing this is to stop any mobs from spawning on top. Finally, I got the last few half slabs. So there we go. This entire floor, well, apart from this now, is covered in slabs so nothing can spawn on it. And that, my friends, is farm complete. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, just before I do actually end this video, basically, yeah, I want to show you where to AFK from. So, my spot is here. I'm standing in between 4 spots, as you can see. So, right in between these 4. So, let's count this as 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23, including that wall. So the next spawn spot would be at 24. So yeah, basically 23 blocks away from this wall. And we are around about 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up from that part of the farm. So that is where you're going to want to AFK from, over here. And that I find is the best spot. You probably could make an AFK spot from the bottom, but what I want to do is not only have one of these farms, but I want 2. So I thought the best way to do that is have a sidewards AFK spot, so there, and then I can build another one of these farms over there. I've got so much room. Now we are pretty much ready to go. I'm going to empty all of that chest out, and I am going to hold my looting 3 sword. First of all, let me turn on the lever. And I already heard creepers dying, so that's a good start. I need to get to my AFK spot, so maybe they have despawned. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to go AFK for around about 5 minutes. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. It's been a little bit less than 5 minutes, but I want to see what's going down and see how much we got in this short amount of time. Now, this does completely look like a complete eyesore. In my other one, on my test world, I had like tinted glass lines going across it, which I might do on this one because it's nice to be able to see things spawn when you have got night vision on. But let's go ahead and see what we got. So I managed to get a little bit of XP. And, oh, damn, 32 already. That is nice. And we have got some string, but the remainder of the string should be getting suffocated using this piston system here. So that is actually doing really well. Already got 32 pieces of gunpowder. And like I said, it's been less than 5 minutes. So that is really nice. I'm probably going to continue to AFK here a little bit. I might make myself a little safe AFK spot. But yeah, that is how to build yourself a OP but simple creeper farm. I hope that this video helped you out in your world. I will catch you on the next one.